Coming up on Look Today, the Glens Falls Civic Center's new video boards will be installed. I've got details. And the Saratoga City Council votes to make amendments to its sidewalk ordinance. I've got details. And Operation Santa Claus prepares for its annual fundraiser. I've got those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. Tonight's program, I sit down with Jennifer Tremblay. She's a marketing assistant for the Adirondack Museum in Blue Mountain Lake, and she's here to talk about the holiday season and the exciting events happening at the museum. I also sit down with Dr. Christine Duffy. She's the president of SUNY Adirondack, and she's here to talk about a new building that's being constructed to expand its STEM program. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, we got some updates from the Glens Falls Civic Center. The video boards that are being installed are slated to be up and running in time for the November 22nd Thunder's hockey game. Now, the system is being installed by Our Electric of Fort Edward and U.S. Panasonic. Well, the new boards will be in the center of the arena instead of either end, and the upgrade is part of a larger project that includes new ceiling beams and a new paint job. Well, we spoke to Jeff Mead. He's the general manager of the Civic Center about what this means for the center.
We've talked about it for a long time, fan experience. The Thunder, are looking for it. Certainly the Civic Center is looking for it. We just think this great, modern video board will be tremendous for our fans and their experience watching Thunder hockey, high school volleyball, basketball, you name it. It's just going to be a whole new experience in Glens Falls.
The upgrades, by the way, are very impressive. All right, in other news, the Saratoga City Council voted on Tuesday night to make an amendment to its sidewalk ordinance. Now, the original ordinance, which was passed into law back in June, made it illegal for individuals to sit or lay on the sidewalks in the city of Saratoga Springs. Now, at the time of its inception, Mayor Joanne Yepsen cast the only dissenting vote. Well, now an amendment has been passed 4-1 to lessen the penalties for anyone found sitting on the sidewalk. But once again, Mayor Yepsen cast the only dissenting vote. So we spoke to her about this.
That's right. It was a 4-1 vote, with me being the only one that voted against it. I felt it was important to be consistent. I didn't like the law the first time, and I didn't like it the second time. The second time, there were some revisions to make the punishments less harsh, but to be honest, I don't think it's enforceable, and I think that if people are blocking the door fronts or the sidewalks or making anything unsafe, they should just be asked to move along and not have a penalty associated with it.
We spoke to Mayor Yepsen about why she believes the amendment and consequently the ordinance is not enforceable.
I think there's some questions regarding its legality and what you would do. How do you determine at what point is the second time or the third time? How are you keeping track of who's sitting where? And I think it would be very difficult for the police to oversee it and enforce it.
Switching from news to weather. Well, today saw beautiful clear skies, temperatures in high 40s, low 50s. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. And back to the news. Well, Operation Santa Claus in Fort Edward is getting ready for its annual fundraiser. Now, the organization's goal is to raise funds for those in need. The operation will hold a number of different events to raise money. Well, we spoke to Frank Munoz. He's the president of Operation Santa Claus.
We annually take care of approximately 2,500 kids. We buy clothing and food, and we have to raise a minimum of $150,000 to do that. We service 30 school districts, northern Saratoga Counties, Warren, Washington, Hamilton, Essex, and we do it a number of ways. We have a fundraising run coming up this Saturday at 11 o'clock at the Hudson Falls Middle School. We have our big Santa Claus Gala Ball at the Sagamore on December 10th. Anyone that wants any information on any of these, all they have to do is call 747-2628.
Please do what you can to help. Up next, I sit down with Jennifer Tremblay. She's a marketing assistant for the Adirondack Museum in Blue Mountain Lake. She's here to talk about the holiday season and exciting events happening at the museum. Plus, I also sit down with Dr. Christine Duffy. She's the president of SUNY Adirondack. She's here to talk about a new building that's being constructed to expand its STEM program. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Just a couple of quick lookouts for tonight. You've heard me mention the company Stored Tech before. That's an IT company located in Queensbury. They underwrite the Queensbury Town Board meetings, and they're also our tech company. They've got introducing innovative solutions for business that Andrew Gabriels is going to be covering tonight, and we'll have a story on that tomorrow. Very progressive company. And also just another reminder that Park 26, the new restaurant at the Queensbury Hotel in Glens Falls, is opening tonight. So make plans this weekend to stop in there and see it, okay? That's tonight on Look TV. It's sold. That's our call-in auction program with coins and estate jewelry. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.